Hello everyone, welcome to Law Prep Tutorials YouTube channel, and I have Ankit with me. He was our student for 2-year course. He was there in online version also and then offline also. So I'm so happy for you. And before I start talking to him, he had scored 99 last year also, and he has scored 96. Around 96. Yes, he has scored well enough to get into Bangalore this year also. So congratulations, Ankit.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm really proud of him. We all are very proud of you, Ankit. Let's talk about when did you think about doing law?
Ma'am, like every student, I was preparing for JEE NEET until my 8th standard. Then came like my uncle's friend, Dr. Shiv Kumar. He is actually IAS tutor. He actually suggested me that there is a field called CLAT where you can get into NLU and become a Supreme Court lawyer, a successful Supreme Court lawyer. Like even students who are bright, they can get into fields like law and all other than science. Then I decided to pursue CLAT law.
Right, even Sanat was thinking of science and then he switched to law. You
Yes.
was also thinking of science and switched to law. Right, so that's good. So then you started to prepare. So since 8th standard you started preparing for law?
Actually, yes, ma'am. I had attended a crash course in my 8th standard, but I didn't give an exam that time. Like at that time, there was a different pattern of CLAT.
Right.
Yeah, I was familiar with all this analytical reasoning questions and all. Like, yeah, I was a bit familiar with the AILET. Actually, the AILET pattern. I was a bit familiar with CLAT.
When did you seriously start preparing for CLAT?
Like August 2021, when I was in 11th standard, I started seriously preparing for CLAT. I enrolled in law prep on August 2021 online in Jodhpur, and I started preparing for CLAT seriously from August 2021.
And then you came offline to the Bangalore Center?
Yeah, in May 2022, like this year May, I came to Bangalore.
Okay, good. So we talk about your strategy. What did you do for your subject-wise strategy? Let's talk about GK. How did you go about your GK preparation?
GK last year, ma'am, like Sachin sir classes were very enough. Like I didn't do anything but watch Sachin sir classes and prepare notes from him. Like he prepared everything, and the way he used to revise us in classes, like it actually like got embedded in our minds. That's all. And for English preparation, like I was very not lagging. Like I used to do the comprehension very well, but the vocabulary was missing in my ass. That was a major setback. Like when I used to get some difficult words in the passage, I used to get confused. Like the whole meaning would get wrong when I used to attend the answers. Then I started watching Sonia ma'am's RC like vocabulary series in YouTube, and then I actually bought this word power made easy, but I couldn't do that completely. I just studied a half and like yeah, I built up on my vocabulary and I started. For legal, ma'am, the teacher, you are the legal faculty. Like I used to attend regularly online classes. You used to teach us contract and law. But one fact is like. In the mocks, I used to score some 26 to 27 in legal section. But when I came here for offline in May, I used to score 28 and 29. But that wasn't enough for a good score in legal. Then what happened? Aram sir helped me, and there was a teacher called Janardhan sir. He actually sat with me personally, and he told me how to approach the passages. And you sent me actually the practice sheets for legal, and like from the overall practice and guidance from the teachers, I improved in legal section.
Quant.
Yeah, for the quants, actually, I'm a NTSC scholar actually.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm good in maths. Yeah, but yeah, I focus on mainly on percentages and averages and all. Like yeah, that I knew the basics of quant. Like, I didn't prepare much on quants. Like I attended Antriksh sir classes and all. Here also Solanki sir taught us quants. That's all. I didn't prepare any extra for quant dedicated for.
But you were already good, so it helped.
Yeah, it helped.
You had a good base.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And with respect to logical.
Logical, yes, ma'am. Logical, like I initially like in the Smriti ma'am's classes, she used to take us online CR classes. Like when the classes were ahead, all the students used to answer the correct answer. Like I would answer the wrong, and ma'am would tell why Ankit you are lagging behind and all. Like I used to get, oh, why am I getting wrong in CR and all? And then I started to like start from basics. Janardhan taught me what are assumptions. Go through the basics. Actually, you can solve the previous year logical section also, and then you can infer, like apply the same logic to the passage section also, and you can solve. Like yeah, through lots of practice. Smriti ma'am sent me some GMAT RC grade books and all, CR grade books and all. I solved them, and then I upon practice, I build upon my CR section.
Right. So all those content and everything you had.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, what I feel is we provide sufficient amount of content.
Yes, ma'am.
Even mock. I guess last year we had around 80 plus mock.
Yes, ma'am.
This year, even if we were short on time, we had 40 plus mock.
40 plus marks. Yes,
So talking about mock, what was your highest and lowest score?
my highest score was 129 and my lowest score was 67.2.
Which mock did you score 129 on?
Last year's this one, ma'am.
Just before class.
76th mock.
Because after 70 we
Yes,
made
ma'am,
some
like-
mocks easy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
76th mock. Like the day before CLAT, the June
Right.
18th, I scored 129. I got like I was full confident. Yeah, I'll cry. I'll get a good mark.
So one of the issue a lot of students have with mocks is that they are too lengthy.
No, ma'am. Actually, the law prep thing is like they prepare you for the worst case scenario. Like when I the marathon mocks, when the first mock I attended, like English section was 1.5 page length the passages. Actually, like Bharat sir had told me, like if you get lengthy passages, leave that passage for the last. If CLAT gives you them, they give you so that you will leave that passage they test your ability to leave the passages also. Like I used to attend English at the last. And then I used to analyze the paper in the initial stage only, like how is the length of the paper and all. If even in the CLAT section also, even in this year CLAT, the legal section was a bit lengthy, but that wasn't a shock for me. And even in the marathon mocks, the QT was very difficult in 3 to 2 more. Like I used to attend only 2 to 3 questions. The same got repeated in this year's CLAT. Like I wasn't surprised. That is the only any aspirant who is preparing for CLAT, I would say that if the mock is lengthy, just analyze it and give it your best. Don't blame the mock.
Right.
You have to prepare for the worst case scenario. Like you can't complain after writing CLAT.
Right. Exactly. So you can't complain with respect to mocks as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Prepare for the toughest possible mock. That's what we want you to be prepared for.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Overall, what would be your tip to these students who are going to appear next year?
Next year, ma'am, one thing for the key to CLAT is consistency. They must remain consistent. We must not get 10 days. There are 10 days. We'll prepare in 10 days. Not like that, ma'am. You have to be consistent in our RC preparation, and we must not get dejected through mock scores and all. Like mock scores, are just checking that are you up to the mark and all. Actually, attempting mocks is not the only thing. We have to analyze the mocks. Like what are our mistakes? We have to get on improving section by section and day by day, mock by mock, we have to improve. Then I have to say the consistency is the key. Then practice everything. Practice is the key, ma'am. Without practice, nothing can help. Because practice gives you the experience. Even if you don't understand the passage, even if you had studied a similar passage in the previous other mocks, that would help in this mock. So, if you some students think that I know English, I'll crack RC. That's not possible. And
You have to practice.
You have to practice.
Consistent. Did you you have prepared for such a long time? So did you miss on preparation at any point of time where you felt that you are not up to mark with your preparation, or you were consistently there for your preparation?
Yeah, ma'am. Sometimes, when I used to get my exams in school exams, I used to drop my preparation for CLAT and I used to prepare for that. When there was a 20 to 25 days gap when I used to attend a mock, I didn't used to get that seriousness when I was initially attending. I used to attend 2 sections. Okay, let us correct this section, and even I felt after, even if I give a 30 days gap in my preparation, I used to feel that I couldn't complete a single mock in a stretch. So when you prepare, at least give a mock a week, that consistency will help you for sure.
So because you're mentioning your exams, how did you, lot of students who prepare for CLAT along with their 11th, 12th, so how did you balance that?
Yes, ma'am. I have taken humanities. I have taken mathematics along with humanities. For quant preparation, that even helped me, permutation, combination, and all. Ma'am, actually CLAT helps in preparing you for boards if you are a humanities student, because the RC, if you are good in reading comprehension, reading history is nothing.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. And even in English, I used to score 80 out of 80 in my boards, because I had prepared a lot, the figure of speeches, the subject verb agreements and all. I have prepared a lot that helped me actually in English and all. If you're a science student, prioritize your CLAT boards. Boards are not gonna give you any aid in NLU at all. Prioritize your boards. Divide your time and do.
You had some other hobby as well, or just
yes, ma'am.
CLAT?
I was a volleyball player in my school.
Your overall talented, right? You're multi-talented. You're playing also, and then you're doing your college, high school also, and then you're working on your.
Yes, ma'am. Because like I got sufficient time for that. Like I'm preparing for 1.5 year. Like I got sufficient time. Like I was not in a hurry. Like only 3 months left. I was not in a hurry. The one thing about CLAT is we need not like there's no fixed syllabus for you. Like you have to just improve on your skills, the RC skills and all. Improving skills like is not gonna come to like reading a book and all. It comes through practice. You must practice daily. Even if you practice at least only 2 to 3 passes a day, it's gonna help you in the long run.
Thank you so much for giving us an insightful idea about how you prepared for your CLAT. Hopefully students would benefit out of it, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right? Overall, how did LPT help you overall?
Yes, ma'am. Like LPT is seriously a catalyst for my preparation. Yeah, like even in the online session also, I used to love the classes because they were more interactive. Teachers would actually take every doubt, even if that was a silly doubt. Yeah, they would take us and they would clarify that doubt. And like even if I miss classes, like messages would go to my mom. Like yeah, that also helped me like
With the consistency.
Yeah, I used to not get absented with my classes. And when I came in the offline also, ma'am, Bharat sir is very helpful. Even Aram sir, he'll clear our doubts after the mocks in legal section. Rahul sir, actually this year's GK faculty, he was very good. And like every faculty, like even if we ask the doubts in I used to chat with me in after midnight and all. Like yeah, the faculties are very helpful, and even whenever we call you, like you would respond us in a positive way and yeah, keep motivating.
And at home, like what was the environment regarding your possibility of selection?
Yes, ma'am. Like last year when I got 95.5, like my brother was shocked. How did you score 95.5? He was saying that okay, even if you manage 80 and all, like he got into another group. Like he was like okay, even if you get 80, that's not a bad score. Okay, I got 95.5. He was shocked. Okay, then you will manage to NLS. Like actually that pressured me a lot for this year, ma'am. Like my people, my home, mom was expecting like score below 100 and all. Yeah, like ranking score, get below 100 ranking and all. Yeah, my mom like I don't have my dad. My mom is the only supporter. She helped me in every step. Whenever yes,
she must be so proud of you.
yes, ma'am. Whenever even I lost my laptop, she bought me a new laptop. She didn't hesitate even a day and all. She said okay, you must not get back in your preparation. She helped me a lot. My brother helped me a lot. My uncle helped me a lot. Everyone in our family like they supported because me and my brother are the first generation lawyers in our family. Like yeah.
Yes, that's good. Just on first generation lawyer, you know, in Rajasthan High Court we have Justice Pushpinder Bhati. He's a first generation lawyer. He became judge, and then his wife is judge now, and his sibling is in Supreme Court, like government appointed lawyer in Supreme Court. So first generation lawyers, if you really work hard, there's a lot of hope, right? So yes. And another day, maybe we'll do an interview about how did you manage to lose your laptop when you're preparing for it. So maybe another day for that. Congratulations once again, and thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all have enjoyed and learned from what Ankit did for his preparation.